Cats Does Countdown. Bob Mortimer, Richard Ayoade, Tom Allen, Harriet Dyer, Ian Smith, Susie Dent, Rachel Riley, and your host, Jimmy
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, a show all about letters, numbers and conundrums. OK, let's meet tonight's players. First up, we have team captain Bob Mortimer.
Hello.
Very sportsmanlike.
What's nice to see, there is not enough of it these days.
Very
Manners.
sportsmanlike, yeah. This looks like a before and after in the least successful hair transplant. Bob used to be a lawyer, but took a 12-week break from his legal job to film Vic Reeves' Big Night Out, and he's never looked back. It's a lovely showbiz story. But not for one of Bob's clients, who spent the last 28 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. And joining Bob tonight, it's Tom Allen. Tom is a world-class stand-up comedian, but he actually started out as a male model, which is why you might recognise him from the logo of Gents Toilets.
I put my number there as well. Who goes in? You know what? When you go into a public toilet and you see somebody's like written a number or even like graffiti, who goes into a toilet with a pen? I've never gone in. I've never thought I'm just going to nip into the loo. Has anyone got a Sharpie?
I always take a Hoover.
Good idea.
In case there's no one there.
Or too many people.
OK,
I lost my shoe down one at the services, Clackett Lane. Genuinely did. At Clackett Lane, I was trying to clean it in the bowl. No. So I didn't lose it, I did retrieve it, but it went into below water level. I think that's the test.
How dirty would your shoe have to be to think, I better put this in a service station toilet?
I think the pertinent question, Jimmy, is how big was the dog? You know what I mean?
You should have brought a Hoover with you. Now who feels the fool? Up against him this evening, it's team captain Richard Ayoade. Richard Ayoade, he's got all the social confidence of a supply teacher leaving double geography in tears because he's wet himself. And Richard's teammate, Harriet Dyer.
Wait.
Harriet, great to have you here. Harriet is bipolar, which, correct me if I'm wrong, means she's attracted to both boy and girl polar bears. Bob, do you think you're going to be a good team captain?
Yeah, well, no, I think I'll be adequate. I'll be better than Richard, he's too uptight. Tom, do you prefer carrot or stick?
I don't mind either. In fact, I'll be the first one to try it both at the same time.
OK. So I'll shout at you whilst feeding you, for example.
You wouldn't be the first one.
Bob, what do you fear?
Fear. Bear. Entering bathroom. Toothpaste's no good against them, is it? Or toweling. Trousers igniting at parents' evening. That kind of thing. Hey, I can only be honest.
OK, Tom, keep us up to date with your love life. I know nothing at the moment. What's happening?
Oh, Jimmy, you had your chance.
And took it.
I'm in a relationship now. Got a boyfriend. Oh, you wouldn't cheer if you'd seen us do it. We're actually trying for a puppy at the moment.
Harriet, it's your first time on the show. Great to have you here. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, well, I do lots of driving for comedy. Well, I just like driving around, really, as well. But what I like to do is I treat myself when I'm doing a long journey, and if someone's coming towards me, I'll just look at them and go... well, two things about that. Number one, I didn't think that they could see you. And number two, it's not offensive, is it? And this one person was very offended, and then they found the nearest roundabout and then turned round and then were chasing me with the lights going... And then, first of all, I was like, well, they can't be doing that at me. And then after an hour, I was like, they are. So I pulled over, and then they pulled over, got out of the car, and then knocked on my window. And then I thought, just make them think that that's your face. Yeah. So I went, oh, well, what seems to be the problem? If in doubt, always out crazy them, is what I've learned.
Excellent advice for life. Richard, what have you been up to lately?
I have a small complaint, which is that I hurt my finger recently. I snapped the flexor tendon. The point is that this has to be kept still for 8 weeks. And I asked the art department here to make a finger to cover it because I didn't want it to be unsightly. It's very grimy. And I asked them to make a finger, and look, not only... It's too long.
Well,
It doesn't even cover the full extent of the wound. So what am I meant to do with this, do you know?
What do you call it? A digital injury?
You could, yes.
Yeah,
you could.
Because I got very confused once when I was told I was going to be given a digital examination.
Yes.
And I thought it'd be like a scan or something. It wasn't.
Wasn't even a doctor. It was me.
It was...
now, do you have a mascot today?
I do, yes. Well, the other thing I've been doing is I'm still an ambassador for Harold Hughes, the great mid-century writer, and I had a portrait commissioned of him.
So who's this?
This is Harold Hughes. I do look quite like him. But he's a great writer, and this is the 19th anniversary of his death, so what better way to celebrate him? And I thought I could maybe read some of his work.
Well, that'd be lovely, yeah. If you could read it out loud, that'd be great.
OK, I'll have to adjust what I was going to do then. Because that's like... OK.
I think you're just
No, I'm
reading
doing
it.
what I was going to do. Yeah. OK, I'll try and do his voice. His voice was less nasal than mine. And he was, you know,
Everyone's
quite
voice is less nasal than yours.
How dare you? I've met Warwick Davis. In fact, I wonder whether we may have a voice match here.
Right.
In terms of nasalness, I think we're not far off.
Richard, that means so much.
Thank you.
Can you do an impression of Tom?
I think I sort of am. This is a poem that Harold wrote called Bundle. Bundle. The boy turned and saw them in the air, faces stretched with an expanse of joy. No reason, or perhaps he forgot his offence. Never mind. He was underneath them now, with wind knocked out and tears down his nose. How long has it been since they cleaned this carpet? That's Bundle.
Harold Hughes, everyone. Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Tom, have you got a mascot?
Yes, I'm a driver, but I'm not a very confident driver. And I thought, wouldn't it be lovely if you could have a way of communicating with fellow drivers on the road? Sometimes I'm quite nervous, I'll make a mistake, and then people do shout things out of windows at me. Sometimes they begin with F. And so I thought it'd be nice to be able to respond. Ouch. Don't say that. It hurts my feelings. My next one is sorry, my bad. Because I do make quite a lot of mistakes, and sometimes I don't know where I'm going, or I might pull out in front of people, or I stop too abruptly. So, sorry, my bad. And then you've accepted that you've made a mistake. They don't have to keep, bibbing their horn, swearing at you.
Bibbing.
Bibbing? What would you say? Bibbing?
No, I like it. Bibbing.
Bibbing. What do you say?
Honking?
Don't be so disgusting. My next one is a favourite. Whoops. Soz about that. Is everyone in the car? OK.
Nice. Harry, have you got a mascot?
Oh, yes. What happened was I thought of this joke. I can't even remember what it was now, ages ago. And then I needed, like, a fake slug. So I bought a slug on Amazon, and then I didn't realise there was another option on there to subscribe. And I didn't know this until I was getting a slug a month. So I got all these slugs.
Yeah.
So many slugs. And then I went on the World Wide Web to try and cancel them, but I just got distracted and ended up typing in whatever happened to Wolf from the Gladiators. and then more slugs. That's why I'm here. I've been driven out my house by all the slugs. Anyway, this one slug in particular, this one, is actually what my dead mother has come back as.
I have just one question. What did happen to Wolf from Gladiator?
You know, he used...
Oh, wait, oh, my God.
Is everyone in the car OK?
Is everyone... Not in this car. He used to live in Bromley, and he opened my school fete. From Gladiators.
He won't have needed scissors, will he?
Bob, have you got a mascot?
I have got a mascot, yes. Someone's going to bring it on for me very kindly. Ah, there it is.
Oh, OK. Oh.
Hey, Elle, my darling. I've started a talent agency, you know, cats. I rent out cats for the movies, for the adverts and so on. His original name was Django Untrained. Hey, Django. But for stage work, for film work and that, he goes by the name Eric Fuck. So this is what I sent to people. Name, Django Untrained. Skills, everything what blokes can do, but he won't ride a horse. OK? He's a neat... Do you know this Nepo? Nepo cat. He's a Nepo cat.
Oh.
Grandad was Bagpuss. And his mum was owned by Claire Balding. Fuck you, Jimmy. Django. You might have said, I'll tell you what he's been in. And he really has been. You'll have seen him. He was Rusty Seduction in Cat Fingers, yeah? He was Bus Pass Ron in the latest Batman. He was Friendly Toffee Bloke in Wolverine.
Yes.
He was Aromatic Pat in Severance. Have people been watching Severance? Aromatic Pat. Fucking hell. It was Ken Carpets in one of them films that Bill Nye's in.
That's all film.
He was one of them. Yeah. He was Slippery Wolf, weren't you? In Floating Tiger, Hidden Moorhen. What's that? He's got to go. Where you going? The car wash. Fuck you, Jimmy. Thank you. Thanks, Django.
Django Untrained.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Over in Dictionary Corner, it's Ian Smith. Your first time on the show?
Yeah, first time.
Do you consider yourself like a typical northerner?
Yeah, I think so. I've sort of do all the stereotypes. I talk to people on public transport. I've got a pet kestrel. My dad won't let me do ballet. If I lose my job, I'm forced to write a musical about it. I spend a lot of my time trying to come up with different names for bread rolls. That's what we do. We've come from a very small town up north called Goole, but the best way to sort of describe my level of, like, northerness, the town that I come from, we got a new vending machine recently. Thank you. Yeah. That made it into the newspaper. New vending machine in Goole. and that vending machine was opened by the mayor. But they fucked up the vending machine. They put everything in it the wrong way round. They put cans at the top. They put cans at the top, crisps at the bottom. So if you wanted to order a can, you had to order 2 packets of crisps and use it as a crash mat. Yes is the answer to the... I sort of got sidetracked. Yes.
And with Ian, of course, it's Susie Dent. Susie's here. Susie has announced a 25-day UK tour. But Britain made it through the Blitz, and we made it through COVID, and we can make it through this. Is it true you love the historical dictionary?
Yes, I love the historical dictionary because it shows how words have changed over time. So take the word slut. Horrible word, but it has changed hugely. It just meant someone quite slovenly, scruffy. So it's such a useful word. A cover slut is something that you wear over the top of something else to hide an unsightly stain. That was a cover slut.
This is my cover slut.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Thank you.
OK, and in charge of the numbers is Rachel Riley. Brilliant physicist, excellent mathematician and intellectual giant. Unfortunately, Stephen Hawking is still dead, so we're stuck here with Rachel. Rachel, you've got 2 little girls now. How's motherhood treating you?
It's very nice, thank you. Recently, I was kind of skipping ahead mentally, and my 5-year-old, I was saying, you know, when you're older, we can go to the spa together, we can have a massage, we can drink champagne, it'll be lovely. And she said, no, Mummy, don't you mean children's champagne? So I had to explain that when she was older, she'd be able to drink real champagne. And she said, won't you be dead then?
Oh, yeah, but don't be sad. We'll find someone else to do the maths on this. OK, and the prize the teams will be competing for tonight is this, the Countdown Karate Kit. OK, let's count down, everyone. Time for the first game. Richard, Harriet, you get the first pick of the letters.
I'm going to ask my mum which ones... Can I have...
Are you going to smoke your mum?
Can I have 3 vowels?
Yep, I, E, U.
How many are there altogether? Oh, do I write it down?
I wouldn't worry.
Shall I chuck some consonants up?
Yes, please. Oh, my mum's stuck. 3 consonants, please.
Yep.
S,
S,
H, M.
How many more is there?
3.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree, there are 3 left.
And then another vowel.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good
lovely.
choice.
And then two consonants.
Perfect.
Thank you.
C and S.
While you do that, I'm going to break in my new shoes. OK. Oh, yeah, and these need a bit of... OK, your time starts now. Richard, how many?
6.
6. Harriet, how many?
6.
Bob, how many?
5.
Tom?
4.
OK, what is your 4-letter word?
Mice.
Mice.
Mice, is it?
Yeah, I was going to put Mises, but I realise it's only in the Muppet Christmas Carol that they say.
Bob, what's your 5?
Music.
Harriet, your 6?
Chimes.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Very nice.
Chimes.
Very nice.
Richard?
Well, it's a very on-brand word for me, but it's a risk. Homies.
What, 6 points to Harry and Richard? Ian, Susie, could they have done any better?
Yeah, well, there's quite a few 7s. One of them, hocuses.
Hocuses. And hocuses means?
It means to deceive, to trick. We also have miscues and schmoes, as in stupid people.
So at the end of that, Richard and Harriet are in the lead with 6 points. On to our first numbers round, OK. Bob, Tom, your turn to pick the numbers.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, please.
OK, can I have a large one, please?
Yes.
And 3 small ones, please. That's it.
There's 6.
Oh,
You've got,
6.
you've
so
got 4.
A middle one and a little one, please.
OK, 4 little, 2 big. Here we go.
Fine.
You've got
Thank
1,
you.
6, 10, 3, 125. And you need to make 475.
Well, they may do it. OK, your time starts now. So the target was 475. Harriet, did you get it?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
Did you get it? Oh, Bob, you didn't
I
get
didn't
it.
get it.
I didn't get it.
Richard, how close did you get?
466.
Richard, for 5 points, how did you get it?
100.
Yes.
25.
Why not?
Minus 10.
Sure.
Do we have a problem here?
No. Keep going. 115.
OK. Times
Yep.
by 1 plus 3.
Times by 4, basically. 1 plus 3.
I'm showing my working. 460 plus a 6. I'm new to maths.
I don't think you're even trying. I'm going to be honest. I feel like, this is where the teacher gives them all a bollocking. Who in the audience has got this one? All of them. All of them.
Oh, who in the audience directed the excellent film Submarine? That's right, none of you. He's busy.
No, I know how to do it. I know how to miss. I know how to do it. 1 plus 3 times 100 is 4. Plus 3 times 25 is 475.
You've already used your
miss.
3, Richard.
You used your 3.
That's why I couldn't do it, miss.
So that's 5 points to Richard. Rachel, could it be done?
Yes. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 times 100 is... Anybody know?
500.
Yep. And then take the 25 away.
If you're watching at home and screaming at the TV, our contestants have been under a lot of pressure just recently.
We put so much energy into the mascot round that really we should have like a relax and a juice before we have to do this.
OK, so Bob and Tom have no points, and Richard and Harriet have 11. And here is your teaser. The words are rinse Bob. The clue is don't look down. That's rinse Bob, don't look down. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser, the words were rinse Bob. The clue was don't look down. It was, of course, snobbier. So, Richard and Harriet are in the lead. Time for another letters game. Bob, your turn to choose.
Can I have 3 vowels, please?
Yep. E, A, and O.
4 consonants, please.
N, T, S,
And,
L.
and two vowels, thanks.
E and I.
While you crack on with that, I might just bid on a sports car. Your time starts now. Right. Harriet, how many?
Is this real?
It's smaller than I thought it would be.
6?
Richard, how many?
I'm going to say 5.
How many?
5.
Jimmy, this
Hang on,
car...
hang on.
No, go on, back it up. This car actually humanises you.
Tom.
I actually thought it was an M and not an N, so I'll go with neat.
How many?
4.
Bob, what was your 5?
Mine is slant.
Hang on. Just check if that's in there. I'll go the long way.
Yeah, it's a bit... it's a bit cavalier.
Susie, that's in there? Is that in there?
Slant.
Slant, is that
It's in
okay?
the, it's in the
Okay,
dictionary.
that's in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Richard, your 5?
Slate.
Yes.
Slate.
I think I got 6.
What was your 6?
Stolen.
Yes. Very good.
Stolen.
Yeah.
6 points there. Fantastic. Could they have done any better?
Yes. We did get an 8. Toenails.
Oh.
That's
I'm going to return this. OK, you've been playing in teams so far, but this game is just for Bob and Richard.
Oh, come on.
Richard, your turn to pick the numbers.
Could you pick the 6 easiest numbers?
I'll go with 1 large
OK.
and 5 little.
Okay.
And they are 4, 10.
These are little ones.
These are the little ones.
OK.
3, 8, 2. Prepare for the large one. 75.
Oh,
And the time. I mean, this is.
that's right. Keep it there.
And your time starts now.
You got it.
I got it.
Oh.
Easy.
Too early.
Bob, did you get it?
I think I did, yeah.
Richard, did you get it?
Possibly.
Bob, how did you do it?
I've got 75 times 10 minus 2.
Yeah.
Richard, did you do it the same way?
8 divided by 4, and then it was very similar to Bob's method thereafter.
Lovely.
10 points to both teams. Time now to go across to Dictionary Corner. Ian, what have you got for us?
Well, the last time I was on the radio, I got a lot of abuse because of the way I say the letter H. Tom doesn't look happy with that. Apparently it's H, and I'm saying H. It's a tiny fucking difference that a lot of people are bothered about. I got a lot of abuse. The one that upset me the most, I got a post from a woman called Margaret. She put, I was enjoying listening to Radio 4 until Ian Smith came on. Someone needs to teach that boy how to speak properly. It's A-I-T-C-H, not H-A-I-T-C-H. Has anyone here ever had to have a letter spelt to you before? a letter. Margaret has spelled H to me with 5 letters, and one of them is the letter she's spelling to me. She's lost her head here, Margaret. The thing that upset me most about this post, she hadn't written anything online in 5 years. Her last post was, beautiful weather outside. First goldfinch of the season on the bird feeder. Bliss. Then she's put her laptop screen down, she's lived in that blissful life. Nothing's bothered her in 5 years. And not just 5 years, by the way. Anyone here remember the last 5 years? The shittest 5 years of our lives. I said H on the radio. And she's gone, for fuck's sake! Where's my laptop? When I was doing this, I thought I'll have a look on Twitter to see if anyone else is complaining about people saying H and H. HMRC was involved in a tweet. Said HMRC said its name can be pronounced with either an H or H because it respects diversity and different accents. And I know what you're thinking. I bet all the responses to that were really reasonable. Oh, fuck right off, wokey dokies! Do you pronounce W as wobbly you, then? But this is my way of just letting people know I got a voiceover job recently for HMRC and it's not gone well.
Ian Smith, everyone. Excellent. And here is your teaser. The words are boobleek. The clue is Tom Allen, for example. That's boobleek, Tom Allen, for example. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser. The words were boobleek. The clue was Tom Allen, for example. It was, of course, bookable. OK, before we get on with the game, time for a quick bonus round. Now, we've got some excellent comedy actors here tonight, so it's time for the Countdown Acting Challenge. They're not in it. OK, for the acting challenge, I'm going to give each team a famous movie scene to perform. The best actors will win 5 bonus points for their team. Richard, you have starred in the critically acclaimed IT Crowd, Lego Movie, a Star Wars spin-off, Paddington 2, and, of course, Rugrats. How would you describe your acting style?
Unvaried.
Harry, have you got any acting experience?
I don't think so. Well, I did a degree in it, but I was awful at it.
Tom Allen, talk us through your acting style, because the shaved head, the bit of stubble, you are kind of a Jason Statham in The Wings, right?
That's right. Butch. I think I got for a lot of butch roles, prison dramas, that sort of thing.
Bob, are you a good actor?
I'm terrible. The worst. I'm all right if I do, like, an northern accent, like. You know, let's go on Manjaros.
Richard, Harriet, you're going to go first. Now, I've got you a scene from the iconic Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. There should be some props there and some cards with your lines.
Slight problem is, well, I haven't seen the film, but also I've got these ears, but I don't know how I got my hearing aids, but fun fact, I didn't even know I was deaf until lockdown, when everyone had the masks on. I was like, what was everyone saying? was lip reading.
So before that, you've been to concerts going, I'm not sure why everyone's so into this.
Yeah, well, it was just from one of them families that always had subtitles on the telly and that.
Oh, one of those families. Sorry, you were in a deaf family. I suppose, in fairness, they probably told you were deaf, but you didn't hear them.
I didn't hear that.
Harriet, you're playing Lord Elrond. A powerful and wise elf. OK. Richard, you'll be playing Frodo Baggins. And also Gandalf. And Aragorn. And Legolas. And Gimli. And Boromir. And Sam. So, to recap, Richard, you're doing the voices of a young, brave hobbit, an old wizard, a cool hero, a sexy elf, a Scottish dwarf, Sean Bean, and a hobbit from Somerset.
OK.
Action.
You only have one choice.
Do I?
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I'm improvising.
Oh. The ring must be destroyed. Oh.
I will take the ring to Mordor. Though I do not know the way.
I will help you bear this burden, Frodo Baggins, as long as it is yours to bear.
Oh, cool hero. Who's he?
If by life or death I can protect you, I will. You have my sword.
Sexy elf. And you have my bow. Scottish dwarf, opportunity for racism.
On my ox!
Sean Bean.
You carry the fate of us all, little one. If this is indeed the will of the council, then Gondor will see it done.
Here, Mr. Frodo's not going anywhere without me.
9 companions. So be it. You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring.
And scene.
Fantastic.
You did Sean Bean as a Scouse.
I thought I was doing him as Ian Brown. Don't back down, you wanna back down. I don't need you to tell me what's going down. Down.
Sean Bean. And what was the other one you did? You were...
Eccles from The Goon Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, can we hear that again?
I've fallen in the water. It's very difficult. Yeah, this is Eccles.
OK, so, Bob, Tom, your turn. Bob, I always thought you'd make a great James Bond.
Agree.
And the role is up for grabs. I thought maybe this would be a great opportunity for you to play Bond.
Thank you.
Tom, you're going to be playing the villain.
Oh, finally.
This is a scene from the Bond movie From Russia with Love, set on a train where Bond is captured by the villain. Tom, you're playing the villain. He's trying to steal a code machine. Could you put on the bald cap? And then the wig on top.
The wig on top.
I have a wig too.
But, Jimmy, this is unfair, because they're already the characters. They just have to...
Oh, I've got a Chappaquiddick.
You look great.
Thank you.
You
don't look too bad yourself.
Sorry.
like a young Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
In the Beatles, we mainly had toffees. Oh, Ringo likes a Smartie.
OK, just to get you warmed up, could you give us the iconic line, "The name's Bond, James Bond"?
The name's James Bond. James Bond.
OK, and...
that is better.
Could you...
It's better like that.
Sean Bean.
Yeah.
The name's James Bond. James Bond.
James Bastard Bond.
You bastard.
Do you know who I am, you bastard?
I'm James Bond.
James Bastard Bond.
OK, now, you're going to be playing the villain.
Oh, yes.
OK.
Where's he from?
He's Russian. OK, and action.
Put your hands in your pockets. Keep them there.
Red wine with fish. Well, that should have told me something.
I get a kick out of watching the great James Bond. Find out what
Russian.
I get a kick out of watching the great James Bond. Find out what a bloody fool he's been making of himself. I've been keeping.
This is when you put a podcast on 0.75%.
I've been your guardian angel.
Oh, yeah, I'm much obliged.
Now that we've got it,
Nice.
you and the girl are expendable.
Must be a pretty sick collection of minds to dream up a plan like that. Tell me, which lunatic asylum did they get you out of?
Don't make it tougher on yourself. Bob, it says here in the script that I'm supposed to slap you across the face, but I am aware that you have had a bypass quite recently.
You're free to do whatever you feel is appropriate.
OK. No, I don't want to hurt you. Do that one where you hold up your hand like that.
OK.
Like that, and then I'll hit the hand. No. Oh, you missed. Like that.
All right,
like that,
I've
like
got
that.
you. Yeah, so you say
Make it tougher on yourself.
MC.
Wonderful. I think for the accents, for the masterclass in vocal work, the points go to Richard and Harriet. OK, well, on with the game. Richard, Harriet, your turn to choose the letters.
5 consonants, 4 vowels.
BJ. N.
P.
D. A. O. And E. And O.
And your time starts now. OK, Richard, how many?
That's a 5.
Harriet, how many?
5.
Tom?
4.
Bob, how many?
4.
Bob, what's your 4?
Open. You've got Dave.
Dane.
Richard, your 5?
Well, that's what we've been doing. It's japed.
Nice.
Harriet,
Thank
your
you.
5?
Boned.
5 points for Richard and Harriet.
Yeah.
I just wrote Dane.
Ian, Susie, could they have done any better?
I thought I had a 7. Is banjoed a word?
Ah.
Have you all banjoed together?
Yes.
Just a noun.
Just a noun?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fucking hell.
Give it time.
How much time should we give that,
Well-
Susie?
You just wait here.
Well, there's just a couple of 6s as best we could do. There's bedpan and pooned,
What does pooned mean?
to dress in such a way as to attract attention, typically with sexual success in view.
So at the end of that, Richard and Harry are in the lead with 37 points.
Son of a gun.
And here is your final teaser. The words are Bob's rear. The clue is let's keep it dry. That's Bob's rear. Let's keep it dry. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser, the words were Bob's rear. The clue was let's keep it dry. It was, of course, reabsorb. OK, time for our final letters game. Bob and Tom, your turn to choose.
3 consonants, please.
G, L, C,
And can I have 2 vowels?
A, I,
A consonant, a vowel, consonant, a vowel, please.
a consonant, T, E, N, and U.
And your
you.
30 seconds starts now.
Warning. System activated. Sequence engaged. Stand by. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Costs more if he says anything. Bob, how many?
6.
Was that 6?
6.
OK.
Yeah,
Tom, how many?
4.
Harry, how many?
So hard.
6.
Richard?
6.
What is your 4-letter word?
It's a word that's often used to describe me, actually. Unit.
Bob, your 6?
Well, I'm having a punt with lagoon, L-A-G-U-N-E.
You're thinking of lagoons.
And I'm not thinking of anything,
that's okay.
Susie. I just...
It's not in, I'm afraid. Not with that spelling, I'm sorry.
Your 6?
Gluten.
Richard, your 6?
Also gluten.
6 points to Harry and Richard. Ian, Susie, could they have done any better?
There is a 9 there, but it's a bit obscure. Cingulate, C-I-N-G-U-L-A-T-E, and it's all to do with a curved bundle of nerve fibres in each hemisphere of the brain.
OK, so Bob and Tom have 10 points. Richard and Harriet have 43. I've just got to add up what the conundrum's worth this evening, because it changes.
Yeah.
Different episodes, it's worth different. I think it's worth 34 points this evening.
Jimmy, I've never won. Don't take this away from me.
Now, you've got a natural advantage, because you've got a massive finger, and we, Bob, if you don't mind me saying, we really want to see those fingers. It's time for today's crucial, worth 34 points, countdown conundrum. Your time starts now.
Formatted. Formatted. Is it formatted?
Let's have a look and see if he's right. He is right.
Whoa.
So the final scores are Bob and Tom have 10 points, Richard and Harriet have 77. Congratulations, you're now the proud owner of this, the Countdown Karate Kit. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.